like my ears started popping, right?
Yeah.
Because we started going higher and higher and higher. It got uncomfortable because we were going higher and higher and higher. What am I saying is that sometimes when we go higher and higher, people don't realize it's like it hurts to go higher.
Yes.
But they don't realize that you can pause.
Yes.
While you're on the mountain. You don't have to hurry up and keep going.
You don't have to.
Take a moment to take a break because you've been injured, you've been hurt, something has happened.
Clyde and Tonya Harden are high school sweethearts who have been married for over 25 years and serving in ministry for more than 2 decades. Together, they have raised 3 beautiful daughters, overcome the challenges of homelessness, and built a life grounded in faith, perseverance, and purpose. From humble beginnings to building their own home and now leading a thriving 7-figure business, their journey is a testament to God's grace and resilience. On Unscripted with Clyde and Tonya Harden, they invite listeners into candid conversations about marriage, ministry, and money, sharing real stories, hard-earned lessons, and heartfelt encouragement for couples and entrepreneurs alike. Let's now listen to the Unscripted with Clyde and Tonya.
Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to Unscripted with the Hardens. Listen, we thank you for everybody that like, share, follow, all of that great stuff. And we hope you're dialoguing and leaving some comments with us and just kind of letting us know this is helping, empowering, encouraging. Just let us know, hey, this helping. If it ain't helping you, don't leave no comment. Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely welcome you in. I'm sorry, did I cut
Go
you
ahead,
off?
no ahead. Go ahead.
We welcome you in, coming in to us for our next live stream. Listen, we're enjoying this. We really wanted to kick off quite a few of these videos and build a rhythm up to build our consistency. We want you to know that this is something we want you to get used to hearing, seeing, that we're going to be here weekly to share different tips with you. We was talking yesterday how every now and then we may have a current event pop up. So we may get you seeing us on this single day, but every now and then we may pop up in the middle of the week or a little bit earlier for a current topic. So once again, always drop your comments in. Let us know if you want us to talk about certain things or ask questions about certain things. Hey, we are here to make sure this community is an evolving community. So what we're going to talk about today, my love?
We're getting close to the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
I remember going to it, and I don't think we ever shared this, but when we went to Alaska a couple of years ago, shout out to Pastor and Lady Mildred, Dr. Andre Mildred, and we went there, and those people told us this. They said, man, why don't y'all start a podcast? Like, y'all gel. That was their first time ever meeting us. Yeah. And they were like, man, y'all gel together so well. I want to thank them, for really, really giving us the boost to even start a podcast. So we appreciate them for that. I thought about that because I thought about even when we went to Alaska, we had already started planning for our next year, right? We started planning for our next year. Even when we do things in the month of whatever, we're planning in our church for the next year in the month of November. We're planning for everything that we're designed to do. Right now, we're planning for a big thing. We're excited about that. That's coming up for Lions D and Small Business Community.
Crazy.
Shout out to them. We're excited about that. So when I think about this particular podcast, even before starting this podcast, the beginning of 2025, I sat down with the men behind the scene, Devin Simon. I think Devin been telling us to start forever.
I think he has.
Yeah, he we started with the church at one time and stopped, but he was like, okay, I need y'all. Y'all really need a podcast. But shout out to him for everything he does in the background. Shout out to Harden Enterprise for everything that they do, for their sponsorship. But I say that to say this, is that when I look at where we're sitting at now in these chairs, it was all because of a vision.
You know, you've had this on your vision board. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't a fan.
No.
I watched you and Alana keep putting on there on that vision board a podcast, and I'm trying to think, where in the heck the money coming from? And so to see that, I'll never forget the black picture with the chair and everything. But once again, what y'all wrote down, y'all believed, and y'all manifested it. So I think it was an amazing thing. So, yeah, here we are in your vision.
Yeah, and shout out to Lana, because Lana was like, Mama and Daddy, y'all need a podcast.
Lana been trying to do this for a long time.
Lana been trying to get us to do this for a long time. And she wanted to do her own. Yeah, we're going to have to bring her on here. My baby has so much. All of my babies. Just bring them on here.
I think she can. I really think she needs to get her own and get kicked off. And I think she has a lot to share at her pure age. All the things she's going through, I think it's time to start documenting those things.
Yeah, I definitely do. So today I want to just kind of the importance of Habakkuk, writing the vision down, making it plain. You know, we're getting ready for a new year. So much has happened. Loved ones have gone on, especially in my family. Shout out to my Green family. My cousin down in Boosie passed away. No longer here with us. I'm pretty sure by the time this airs, we didn't have the funeral and all that stuff. But shout out to him. Rest in peace. To one of my cousins, Christy Chimney. Not a cousin, but you know how you grow up with somebody?
Yeah.
And y'all played together. And we went to church together. Aunt Pat, Ruth, KK, JoJo, Tony, all of them, man. I look at it and I look at the fact that no matter what, you don't know the time of the hour of when you're going to leave here.
Leave this place.
You don't know when God is going to call you home. But Brother Devin, I really believe that if I keep planning and I keep preparing, that I'll be able to do everything that I'm designed to do.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not here to do it.
That's it.
At least I kept planning.
Yep.
And I think that's the thing, is learning a plan for your next. And it gives you hope and expectation to what you got. We going on a vacation. I'm excited. Never been here before. But it gives us expectation for what's next.
You know, we as you watch this podcast, I want you to realize that we actually care about our viewers. We don't jump on here because we like to hear ourselves talk. We don't jump on here because we think that, you know, we're just so popular, people want to hear us talk. We jump on here because we think we have something to say. So as you watch this podcast today, we want you to know we really care about you. We're doing this because not only do we believe this works, it has worked for us I know we've been doing visions and vision boards for forever now.
We've been doing vision boards since 2017.
Something like that.
Something like that. We started in 2017.
I think y'all started it, and once again, I didn't.
You didn't do
board.
He never jumped on board, Brother David, ever.
I'm gonna tell you why.
He always talk about us too bad.
I'm gonna tell you why I didn't jump on board. I didn't jump on board because I literally thought vision boards was a woman thing.
Really? Okay.
I really thought it was a woman
sense.
thing because every time you turn around, you have these women have vision parties, vision board parties, and everything, and I hate it. And this is something I guess as we talk, I wanted to get into this later, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it now. I hated dream boards.
Okay.
Because I guess in 2020, maybe 3, I differentiated between the two. I differentiated between a dream board and a vision board for me. Because to me, Brother Devin, a vision board was a poster board where you put things what you want to do before you died. And almost like a bucket list. Like I want to live in that house. I want to drive that car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to go to that vacation. I want to look like that. And to me, that was depressing because I put all these things on it I couldn't afford. All these things on it that I couldn't do. So that made me feel like a failure. And I think it's why a lot of men don't do vision boards because in their mind, they're thinking they're building a dream board. And for me to walk past this every day and see I don't accomplish that, it's heart-wrenching. It's literally heartbreaking. And so a lot of your vision boards offended me. Because I thought your vision was taxing me to bring those things to life.
Okay.
And I didn't even think that was a God thing. I thought it was a Clyde thing. You know, and so until 2020, I think 2020 was when I made my first vision board. And accidentally.
It was 2019.
2019?
It was before we moved into the apartment.
I remember having mine over the apartment. I think I made it right before I got in and I brought it to the apartment. That's what it was. So it literally, so, you know, for those who out there, maybe a man is listening to this, maybe trying to figure out why you don't like it. I hope I brought revelation to you or even to a woman out there who's making hers don't realize why her husband got on board because he hasn't got on board because in his mind, he's thinking that you're asking him to accomplish those things. And watch this here, where it even gets deeper. If I can't accomplish those, do you want a man who can give that to you?
Oof. Okay.
So that's where my feelings were. That's why I wasn't really into vision boards because it was such a.
And I think I remember. I don't know if you remember, but and I'll tell any man that is out there is to read an amazing book by Steve Harvey called Jump. Steve Harvey talks in Jump.
That's what kicked me into vision boards with him.
Yeah, I remember that. Jump helped my husband see that men do create vision boards, but they may do it different than women, not the same way. And Jump showed him and Steve Harvey. And when I look at a Steve Harvey, I look at a Tyler Perry, I look at a Oprah Winfrey and a T.D. Jakes. All of them have vision boards. Yeah. They all have in their own way. What's his name? Steve Harvey had us write down 100 things that you were expecting God to do for you. And that's the hardest thing to ever do. Oh,
I think I need to start back over on this year. I need to start back over my list, but go ahead.
But I remember you wrote down, I think it was 25 or 75.
I think I got almost to 70, something like that.
Yeah. And I remember you checking them off.
Yeah.
And that's when your awareness of this crap work.
You know, it kind of reminded me, doing that reminded me of one of my favorite things. I think we've been married for a long time. I don't think I ever told you this. One of my favorite things ever when it came to fasting or praying was, I don't know what church we was at. Maybe it was at Ebenezer Worship Center. And I was told this: when you fast, write down a list of things you want from God and put it in your Bible and hide it in your Bible. And watch, one day randomly you'll come across that list and you're going to have those things. And so I never forget the first time I done that. And man, like, everything on my list came true. So when Steve Harvey said, make that list, it was intriguing to me because it reminded me of that motion, like me making this list is challenging God. And I never forget in hearing Steve Harvey say this too. He says, I don't know a successful person who don't have a vision board. And, he knows successful people, so he started calling them out by name. I'm pretty sure if he was lying, that person would have called him out. Like,
Right.
So I picture this, right? And this is where I'm at now. I'm going through stuff in my mind now, just really blowing my mind. But I picture that if all these successful people has vision boards and they're becoming a success, I'm like this here, success make footprints.
Yeah.
Why am I not following
The
path?
footprint, the pattern,
Yeah.
the blueprint of what it is. Yeah, I love it.
So I don't forget, so now I'm looking at some stuff now and it's blowing my mind, Devin, because as I look at these things now, I'm watching, because we're in a place of success in our book. Compared from where we come from, we're in a place of success. And my biggest fear now is losing it. What happens if all this falls apart? Will all it fall apart? We work so hard being homeless, work so hard being broke, work so hard from being, check to check, work so hard from getting all this stuff, right? So now I'm listening to successful people talk about, things they do now to sustain success. And every last one of them talks about how they make sure they keep in the rhythm of what God says. They keep in rhythm. Whether it's Oprah Winfrey, whether it's Tyler Perry, whether it's T.D. Jakes. It's like, I think you said Oprah Winfrey had a statement that she says now she's doing what? Living out what?
Oh my God. I'm living out the dream that God has for me.
That to me, that's the epitome of everything we're doing, right? And let's go back to the vision boards, right? Because for me, a vision board is a extension of your last year's reality. I'm gonna say it again. I feel like a vision board is an extension of your previous year reality. It's not a gap. It shouldn't be, okay, I got a promotion in my job and then this year I'm gonna quit my job. You can't make a big gap like that. I think a vision board needs to be, okay, I got a promotion in my job. What's next?
Right.
We finally got out of debt. What's next? And what happens, watch this here. Now, you don't put down someone else's dream on that board. You literally got to do a heart check every year in December.
Wait, when you said that, Devin, I thought of somebody peek. That's that competition crap people get into. Like, they peeking at your vision board, trying to do your assignment when that is not their assignment.
Yep.
Or they're trying to do what you do, and they find themselves failing because you're not doing the plan that God has for you.
That's it.
Not the plan that God has for another person.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so every year in December, I've been doing this for a while. Ever since I started the vision boards, I started doing this. I shut down in December. I do not preach in December because that's me doing some heart checks and asking. And this is the question I ask myself, just in case anybody know how I come up with my vision board. I ask myself. I make a list. Number one, make a list of everything you're doing, everything. Right. So, what's one thing we're doing? Lions Den is a thing that I'm doing. New Destiny Church is the thing we're doing.
I don't think we never tell nobody what Lions Den is. We can tell them at the end, but go ahead.
I think we definitely need to make sure y'all know. Lions Den is the thing we're doing. New Destiny Church is a thing that we're doing. Kind of sort of a little bit SJCOC, SJCLTRG is the thing we're doing. Harden Enterprise is the thing we're doing. Myself personally, is the thing that I'm doing. A husband is the thing that I'm doing. A father, family. These are all areas that I'm matriculating in that I want to succeed in. I want to be a successful husband. I want to be a successful father. I want to be a successful pastor. I want to be a successful entrepreneur. I want to be a successful, philanthropist when it comes to our nonprofit organization. I want to be successful. Now, listen, I want to be successful in all the things that I believe all these things God gave to us. Yeah. Now, what do you got to do with something God gave to you? You got to be a good steward.
True.
What is a steward? People keep saying the word steward so fluently, right? A steward is something that gives it direction. If a stewardess is helping you get from one place to the next. So a good steward helps you take one thing. Man, this is good. A good steward is on a plane. Make sure the passengers she's been given is comfortable in transition.
True.
From one city to the next. So if God give me this ministry, if God give me this business, if God give me this marriage, I need to make sure that it makes it from one place to the next. So that means a stewardess is not a stewardess unless she's in the air. If she's not in the air, she's just a hostess.
Right.
I just preached and y'all didn't say amen.
That's so true.
She's a host. She's just hosting them where they are. But a stewardess means once I get in the air, I become a stewardess. I need to make sure you arrive to your destination. That means everything God gives us has a journey.
Yes.
So I need to make sure me shutting down in December is making sure I do a mental, spiritual, self-check, heart check on God. What I'm getting a new flight plan. Where do God want my marriage to be next year? Where does God want my ministry to be next year? What does God want my business to be next year? What does God want my house to be next year? And watch this here. It begins to manifest in my mind. And I hurry up and go find pictures that represent that so I can now I can materialize
and
that
get
thought.
a visual of what I'm literally doing. And you know what I love about this stewardship? I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off.
That's
Go
good.
ahead. What I love about the stewardship is that the stewardship has to do with people.
Yeah.
And because you're serving people. So whatever God is giving you should be able to serve people. And I think that's the important part, to make sure that you're good so that you can serve people. Because I take a break in the month of December as well. I took that from you. I don't take clients during that month. I'm not working during that month. You may see stuff on social media, but that stuff is scheduled. I need a break. I need to be restored, renewed, because I'm helping people. And if I'm not a good steward of people and I'm no good to people, now I end up bleeding on people because I haven't taken the time out to make sure that I did a self-check. Like I told you yesterday, I said, I need to do a self-check with this situation with my baby. Like, Lord, make sure my heart ain't right. My heart is not wrong, or make sure that I'm not doing anything outside of your will to cause, strife on somebody else.
Yeah.
And make sure that I don't want to drag nobody.
That's it.
Lord, make sure my heart right. That I don't want to dog drag. So help me with that. Yeah. See, I'm still working on me. So I need December off so that I can become a refresh. Detox. You gotta if you are a leader out there, I want to say that to any leader, anyone that is leading someone, or you are a CEO, or you are a pastor, you are someone that is doing purpose. It is important that you pause for the cause so that you can take a moment to do a self-check, to do a detox, and to learn. That may even be a good time for you to go to counseling, for you to be able to, especially from the year. This year has been crazy. It's been ups, it's been downs, it's been ins, it's been outs, it's been adversity, it's been trials, it's been victories, it's been winning seasons, it's been all of that.
Yeah.
And we need a break.
We do.
You gotta have a break,
especially if you're gonna tap into the plan.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't tap into plan for digesting problems. I can't, it's hard for me to just have an argument with my wife, or argue with my children, or argue with someone on my job, and now I'm going to say, God, now what do you want from me? I need to separate from all those things now, so I won't make my plans around that toxicity that I've been around, because it won't be plans. It'll be retaliations. I don't want to build retaliations. I don't want to try to prove something to somebody. I really want to get to a point to where I can clean out where I've been, so I can figure out where I'm going. Make it's very pure. Yeah. So I think this has been, and also I'm gonna say this here, right? I sometimes hear people say, "Man, my life is boring."
Ooh.
And I hear when I hear them say that,
no. I'm gonna tell you how we used to say it. Man, we go to church, go home, go to work. Yeah. Go to church, go home, go to work. Go to church, and it is becoming a routine. And then even then, you may be serving people while you're at church or whatever you're doing, serving at work. But it's like now it has become a routine. Yeah. And you got to ask yourself, am I living in a routine of, and this is becoming boring because I have not put expectations on my next, or I've just what do you call it when you settled? Like, you know how on a plane, come on here, plane. You know how on a plane it is autopilot. Have you just autopilot? And you got to ask yourself that question. Have I autopilot, or have I made some decisions and made a choice to do something that I've been thinking about doing, but I would continue to put it on, I say on the shelf, but I would say we on a plane. Have I continued to just put my seat back and just relax because I've come comfortable? If you are in a place of comfortable and you're bored, you have not tapped into what God has for you next. And that has allowed you to autopilot, and you're no longer shifting. You don't have a mind shift anymore, and you have become bored and complacent. And I believe when we get there, the Lord said, okay, you don't want to do nothing else, let me go and take you.
And not just that, yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna say that. I don't mean it like that.
But I feel like at some point it's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you living just to live. You're living just to live, not living so that you can live.
As you're talking about that, what came to my mind, what causes someone to stay? Because what I picture a circle, right? A circle. Like we go around this circle. I go to work, I go to church, I go home, I go check on mom, I go check on dad, I go in a circle, right? And then I picture I don't know how to put it, but I see one of those things that go like this. It's like a slinky, but it goes like this here. And the circle is there, but every circle you're going up higher. And what keeps us on the lower level is who we serving.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Man, I need a pen. I feel like I need to write.
Get
we
your
both
phone,
over here. Oh, thank you.
That's why I've been typing my phone. You thought I've been texting. I've been typing.
Okay.
So I feel like we're on a circle, Brother Devin. And on a circle, who we serve keep us where we are. So watch this here, baby. If we keep serving the saved folks that's not moving, guess what? We're not gonna move. So we go to church because we want to please the church. We go to work because we want to please the job. We go by the family, we want to please them. And we got the same friend. And if they're not rising, we're not rising.
Facts.
So we don't ever serve. No, we keep serving them. Mm-hmm. What make us rise is when we begin to serve ourselves. Mm-hmm. Because I've served all y'all good, but I'm not.
Take your business, your purpose, and your mindset to the next level. It's time to rise with the Butterfly Academy program at the 2026 BAM Next Level Success Program. At BAM, we don't just talk about success, we build it. Through proven strategies, mentorship, and a community of powerful, purpose-driven achievers, we help you unlock your potential and turn your vision into reality. Whether you're an entrepreneur, leader, or go-getter ready for growth, this is your moment. Join the movement. Level up your business. Level up in your nonprofit. Level up in your purpose ministry. Step into your next chapter of success. BAM Next Level Success. Because your breakthrough starts now.
Good, but I'm not good. Mm-hmm. I need more. I may need to leave the job. Okay. Watch it. Leaving the job put me on a different incline. Mm-hmm. I may need to get a promotion on the job. And listen, I love my family, but you know what, family, I gotta if I can come back and check on y'all, but I gotta go a little higher. We've been in the same city. Once you start serving yourself, and somebody said, "Well, that means you want to leave your church." No, you don't have to leave your church. Maybe I need to start serving.
You don't have to leave your city either.
But maybe I need to start serving a different ministry. Maybe when you start growing, when you're staying stagnant, what you're doing is using people to make you feel good about yourself. And this is where you get bored because now they're no longer impressed with you. Now they're just using you. And if they start using you, that's what really makes you feel like I'm not going up because I'm not getting anything out of them. But when you're serving yourself, you end up helping people on your way up.
Or you like the fact of staying there because people are serving you and you are the smartest one in the circle. And you're okay with that. But I want to say this. And you know what I found out? That because when you said that little, whatever the thing is.
Like a slinky, you go top.
I'm going to call it a mountain.
That's what it's really like. I want to say it.
Like you're climbing up this mountain. This is what I found out is that most people don't want to do the climb because it's going to hurt
do the
climb.
A mountain is straight up. You're not leaving anywhere. You're just going high.
Some mountains you got to go up though. You got to turn. There's twists. I'm reminded of when we went to over there by Alabama. We went to where we got on the boat.
Oh yeah.
That what was it called?
Gallenberg, Tennessee.
No, not Tennessee. The boat. We had to ride in the boat. In the water boat. Remember people died in the boat.
People died in the boat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I can't remember. We was in Gatlinburg. We were in Missouri. Branson, Missouri.
On our way there, I remember I thought that mountains went straight
It was
up.
in Smoky Mountains.
I didn't realize that the mountains curved until we started riding, but I didn't realize we were going high. Like my ears started popping, right?
Yeah.
Because we started going higher and higher and higher. It got uncomfortable because we were going higher and higher and higher. What am I saying is that sometimes when we go higher and higher, people don't realize it's like it hurts to go higher.
Yes.
But they don't realize that you can pause.
Yes.
While you're on the mountain. You don't have to hurry up and keep going.
You don't have to.
Take a moment to take a break because you've been injured, you've been hurt, something has happened. Find out why your ears are popping. Come here. Find out why you're going through. Find out, take notes in that moment. But most people don't want to do the climb, and they're more comfortable with going in circles.
Every height you go to, there's somebody that's there that know more than you.
And that's the part. That's what I want to get to. When you go and you're going higher, that means that I got to get uncomfortable and get in rooms where people know more than me.
Yes.
Or I got to get uncomfortable.
May not know more than you, but they know more about where they are than you.
Yes.
Just because you come to the room with a lot of knowledge, you never been here before.
That part today, Jesus on the main line. You never been there before. And I think that's the uncomfortable part for people that are okay with where they're at and they say, I'm bored. Yeah. So to that person that say you bored, we come to shake you up today and let you know the reason you're bored is because you have become complacent and comfortable with where you are, and you have decided not to make a decision, to make a choice, to keep climbing and getting in places that are uncomfortable. Right now, we're in uncomfortable places. Yeah. Every time there was a shift or a transition or a transformation, it was because we had to get in rooms that were uncomfortable.
Yeah. I sit back and think, right now, and nothing against anybody else, but right now, I say it.
I was going to say, I feel like you finna say something, Dad.
It's unscripted.
Ooh.
We can't hang around everybody right now. Reason why, because folk who not moving, I can't have. It's hard for me to talk to people who not moving. People I've been around my whole life, right? If you're not moving, I got to dumb down my conversation just to be around you. Because you talking about where we were.
I would say not moving, though. Maybe they moving in their own thing.
Well, okay, but people not moving where I'm at.
Yes.
I gotta dumb down my conversation because, and that's the problem. We try to hang around the same people. And, I think T.D. Jakes said it. He says, some people around you for a reason, some people around you for a season, some people around you for a lifetime. I believe those lifetime people is moving in the same rhythm with you. Mm-hmm. My wife, lifetime. My children, lifetime.
Right.
People I think gonna be around me forever, right? And those people, if they're gonna be around me for a lifetime, we got to be moving in the same direction. And we try to hold on to seasonal people, and now they got a different conversation. And for you to hang around a seasonal person, you have to keep your mouth shut about where you are. If you do open your mouth, you're gonna make them feel uncomfortable, or you're gonna make yourself feel as though that you're awkward and you're odd because you're thinking differently.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
that's so true.
When you're moving, you got to make sure as you're transitioning that sometimes you can't spend a lot of time talking to people that just Jesus said like this here. And no, I can't say. I got to go back to my original statement. I was saying that some people not moving, and the reason why I said it because what was originally in my head was God said, "Let the dead bury the dead." And sometimes you got to go back and and just say hi, but picture you trying to get a business, you trying to get married, and you trying to move into something bigger, but the person that you left behind, they don't want to get married, they still staying home with mom, and they're not doing a whole lot. Picture me trying to have a conversation. What we gonna talk about?
Right, I get it.
What we gonna discuss?
Mm-hmm.
You have to do two things. You have to get around people who's where you are, or who's where you trying to go, or people who trying to go where you trying to go. You got to change rooms. You got to change circles to be able to motivate yourself to get to where you're trying to go, because this is not easy. You've never been here before.
And when you say Jesus, it kind of take me there. So I see what you're saying though, and you try not to hurt feelings in the process of doing it, but you realize this. When I think about Jesus, I think about the fact that when he had all of the disciples, I know he had multiple disciples, but there were 12 major disciples, and each disciple brought something to the table.
Yeah.
No disciple that he hung with didn't bring Peter. Come on here. Peter was a fisherman. Even the one that came against him, what's her boy name? Judas. Judas still he knew how to count money.
Yeah.
He was at the table with Jesus for a reason. But I'm also reminded when Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane, or when he went up, he went with 3 people. He took 3 guys with him. Then he went by himself. Yeah. So there was a time where only 3 could hang with him. Yeah. Come here, because these over here ain't gonna understand this conversation. Oh, come here, Jesus on the main line. They not gonna understand this conversation. The higher conversation. And think about it, in leadership, in a corporate room, you can't take everybody that's in the business to certain rooms. You can only take those that are on a higher level in a certain room. And then there are times you got to go in the room by yourself.
Watch this here. I think I've always said this, and I hope you jot this down. This is so important because I want you to make sure that people don't think, well, you get too good for people. In your life.
In
your life.
I'm sorry. That was wrong.
In your life, you got 3 people that you need around you. In your life, everybody needs 3 people. I'm going to challenge you. I'm looking at you eye to eye. Everybody needs 3 people. I got to keep 3 people. Number 1, you need students. Number 2, you need mentors. Number 3, you need parents. Watch this here. Students are the people who are trying to go where you're going. No, students are the people who are trying to go where you've been. Mm-hmm. If you don't ever come back and teach somebody, you never stay humble.
Oh, that's good.
Mentors are where you are trying to go. If you never latch on to somebody, you may not ever get there trying so hard to do it by yourself.
Facts.
Parents are who were there when you began. Mm-hmm. In ministry, I have a parent that was there when I began. They know who I am. I can always fall on them and they'll catch me. My parents, I have a parent everywhere I've ever been in my life, whether it was nonprofit, whether it was, right now I have a person who started me out and parented me in real estate. And she was right there from the beginning. I'm always going to respect Mama Daisy for imparting in me. The word parent in the Greek, it means pater, one who infuses their spirit into you. That means she infused in me real estate. My bishop infused in me pastoralship. My parents infused in me my identity. You don't have, Paul says like this, Paul says, many guardians you have, but few fathers. That means he didn't say one father, but there's only a few people that has been there as a genesis to your life. So to keep yourself grounded and humble, you got to keep some students around you. Mm-hmm. Somebody you teaching them how to get to where you got. They're trying to go where you are. But you got to keep a mentor. Someone's always pulling you. But you can never, ever rebuke the shoulders you stood on, that person who actually started you in the beginning, because nobody know you like they do.
Yeah, and they're not impressed with you. That's what I love about it. Baby Mama Daisy's so not impressed with us. If we told Mama Daisy, we went and looked at a house, and we saw this house, and this is the house that we want, she would be like, baby, don't call me with that. Have you signed the paper? Have you signed the paperwork to get the house? Like, she's so blunt to where she don't care. Okay, CJ, sign that paperwork and then call me when you're done. Yeah, okay,
exactly. She gonna kick me in the butt too.
Why you ain't purchased that house? Like, she is one of them. Yep. But you need people around you that are like that, and I think that's important. Even when you are going into your vision, I know I told you this year, I said we're going to invest in someone that's gonna coach us in business. We knew we needed a coach in business. So even though you said mentor, I would say also someone that can coach you. Yeah. That can give you the skill. I look at a coach and
mentor kind of thing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because that person who is there or been there.
Coach and mentor is different though. Mentor is where I want to go and where I'm trying to go and where I'm trying to be.
But that coach got to coach you to get there.
A coach got to coach you to get there. I don't know.
I look at them the same.
You do? I don't.
What do you think, Devin? You think they're the same, coach and mentor?
Yeah, I think they pretty much.
They the same?
They do pretty much the same jobs.
I think a mentor is more hands-on and more there. A coach.
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay, never mind. I quit. I did a whole video on the difference.
I can see where you coming from, because like a coach is there with you every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking of a basketball coach. Like when he's there every day, where you at practice, like he teach you all stuff. But a mentor is like, hey.
Well, I think if I was to look at it differently, I would look at it like this, right? And I see y'all difference, but I have my own difference. I look at a coach as somebody that's temporary. I look at a mentor as somebody may be a mentor for a lifetime.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you. It is a difference.
Thank you. Little bit.
Well, I know what we knew we was gonna have to invest into a coach, and we did that. We realized that, and the stuff that she's sharing with us is like mind blowing. But I do too know that it was a part of the vision.
I'm gonna add a little bit more.
Okay.
Maybe a mentor has multiple places they can hit. Like they way down there, but they know they got 5 or 6 places it's going to take you got to go to get there.
That's facts.
And that coach can only help me through this one moment, and that coach help me through that moment. So I can get a mentor, but I might have to get a coach to get to that mentor.
Facts.
That's good.
I forever. That's so high five. That is so good.
Let me hang.
That is so good. And I say that because when I look at band program, right? People that can start off with me, like I'm like the lower level of Lions Den.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I look at the band program, it's like you can always be with me and I'm always going to grow with you.
Yeah.
That's why I say we grow together in band program because I'm going to grow with you.
Yeah.
But I have multiple ways after my program is done for you to stay connected
It's almost
to
like
me.
a pastor, because as a pastor, I'm almost mentoring you every day, but you may have multiple coaches to help you in different areas that I've actually spoken about. Yeah,
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I think that's important to have. So mentors are important, but go ahead.
I want to talk about this right quick. So a lot of y'all hearing us talk. I hope y'all been enjoying the conversation. If you've been enjoying the
I
conversation,
think this is gonna be one of them we're gonna drop in because we need this one
Yeah,
before the
yeah.
year start.
I think so. I think this is
Yeah.
going to be a mid swing. But listen, like, subscribe, and share. Do me a favor. But listen, I want to talk to you real quick. So Bishop, okay, so what are y'all trying to get here? Or Clyde, whoever you want to call me. Don't call me CJ though. I got a problem if you call me CJ. But anyways, so what are we trying to talk about? Okay, all my Cleveland folks, don't get offended. I still know you. Y'all call me CJ, but I love you. Anyways, okay, let's get talk about this here, right? So I think it's so important you get a vision board. And listen, and I don't think you should start on your vision board in January 1. I think your January 1 should find you running.
Bless me.
Bless you. But I think your January 1 should find you running in your vision. If you wait until January 1 to start on your vision board, you can't start running until like middle of January or something like that. You need to run you need to be hitting the blocks almost the last week of December. So how do I create a vision? I'm gonna talk about ways I create my vision, and I want my wife to talk about ways she create a vision. Everybody's different. But number one, I take time off. We talked about that before. I take time off, but some tools I'm gonna ask you to get. Right now we're in the internet. Stop trying to go get magazines. You're not gonna find the magazines. I think when I first started doing vision boards, I want to go find this stack of magazines. I went by doctor's offices. Get over the magazines. Get you some ink and a printer, and start print. It's too many things on picture.
On Google.
Man, you can even use AI to generate pictures now.
Right.
You can become very specific. Put a picture of me in this. Put a picture of me in that. So you can become very generative on Canva or whatever. But anyways, get your ink and some pictures and start printing out some things. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to get you, like Steve Harvey said, I want you to get a list of things that you want from God right now. Get a list. Make you a list. Steve Harvey said 100. I say at least start with 20. Try to get to 100, but right now, try to get to 20 things you want from God right now. Things you expect from him, not these dreaming things. This is actual vision that I need this next year. Start really outlining your life. I build categories. I build columns. I got a column for my church. I have a column for me. I have a column for my family. I have a column for Heart Enterprise. I put this column. And then I actually got a book now, and I took the book and I put tabs, and I split them up in different tabs. And now as I start moving, I start writing down things I want in those areas. Things that I think truly God want me to do right now. Things that I thank God I succeeded in 2024, 2025, but 2026, this is the next chapter for me. And once you get all that lined out, then I want you to start visualizing what that looks like. And then I want you to get those pictures and print them out. Once you get those pictures and print them out, put it all over this poster board. Post it in your office. Post it where you're going to see it every day. Steve Harvey even talked about taking a picture of it, putting it on your phone. But you want to see it. And last week I looked at ours, and once again, almost everything on the board has been accomplished. Mm-hmm. And that right there to me is, I've been doing it since 2020. And I wish I can show you all the vision boards that I've been through.
I think I'm going to share at the end of this video, like it's a video we did a while back. Mm-hmm. It's an old video, but I'm going to share it at the end.
And all those, every vision board, maybe one or two things I didn't get. But guess what those one or two things become? My next year's vision board. Because I don't believe I missed it. I believe I just didn't get that one yet. So you got to do that. And every time I've done that, it has manifested. I started 2020 here, and now I'm like this here. I'm like this here. I'm like this here. I don't know what up is. I don't know what the top is anymore. So how do you, I don't know if I put you on the spot there, but how do you get
you did, but it's okay. I'm used to it. No, I'm just playing. For me, you got to be realistic. I make sure that I'm really, like you said, I'm not doing no dream board, but I'm doing a realistic board of what I want to do this year. And like you said, and whatever I don't do, I take it off. And I look at the manifestation of what God done, and I celebrate those moments. Yeah. If that's going to get a massage, if that's going to out to eat, whatever the case may be, but doing realistic things that I want to see happen in that year. Yes. Not what I want to see happen 10 years from now, but what I want to see happen in that year. And like I said, last year we put on the board, I think the year before I put on the board, I wanted a podcast. We didn't do it last year. We were planning it. We were trying to get it together. But this year I put that same picture. He was fighting against it. Yes. I put that same picture on there. And now we're sitting here doing a podcast with you. I look at the manifestation of what God will do through vision boards. I've seen him do it. I've seen things that we said we wanted to do. We wanted to do affordable housing. We did that. Yeah. I'm excited. I wanted to do another one this year that's on my board. Didn't happen, but we started looking. Yeah. We found a house, and we're going to go after that house, right? Yeah. So it's one of those, we're looking with expectations. So for me, when it comes to vision boards, it's being realistic. I put it on my phone. It is on the outside of my phone. I put it on in front of me at the house, and I always remind myself, okay, if there's a book, I make sure I add books in there because I want to empower myself through different books. I read the book this year. I done read a couple of books this year, Disruptive Thinking, E-Myth, just multiple books that I had on my Steve Harvey's book, and Hire Something. Yeah. I read it, as well as now reading Keon Henderson's book. So I had these books. Now, those weren't on my vision board, but I had already read everything on my vision board. Yeah. So I was like, let me just read something else. Yeah. So I always make sure I have something I can read that can empower me. Also, something I want to do for me. Yes. Something I want to do for me. And then something I want to do for others. So this year, I wanted to do a retreat. It didn't happen. I didn't have the right team. I ain't had no team. Yes. So now I realize if I'm going to build a dream, come on here, Pastor, I can't think of his name. But I want to build a team. If I'm gonna have a dream, I need a team. Darius Daniels. I want to build a team, so I have a team now, and so we're gonna start planning in December this month. So I'm super excited. But it's making those realistic expectations, knowing that you can, and also stretching yourself at the same time. I wanted to get my Butterfly Academy mentorship under our LLC. And we did it. Amen. It is now under my LLC.
Put the hand clap. Woo!
Yeah, like I wanted to do that. And I know eventually I'm going to have to turn that into an LLC. Yes. But for now, it is under no one else can take that name. It's ours. It belongs to us, Butterfly Academy Mentorship Program. Say, which is happening on January. Shameless plug. Yep. January, join us, rock out with us.
Get every lady you know,
every woman you know,
who feels that they're stuck. Tell them my wife got the right chain and the right truck to pull them out.
That part today. And even if you're not stuck and you just need to refocus and realign, join us.
And I want to say this too before we go, because I know we got to jump. I want to say this here because I think it's so important. I think the reason why most of us don't reach our vision or even accomplish those things, we have congested our day within a 10-hour period.
Right.
We sleep too long. And we put so much stuff in our day. You have got to clean your day out. If you really want to get this thing done, you got to clean your day out.
And you got to wake up early in the morning. Yeah. Stop waking up. Listen, millionaires wake up early in the morning. Successful people wake up early in the morning. That's between 4 and 6. Yeah. You got to wake up.
I wake up at 4:45. I lay in the bed till 5. I'm trying to get back at 4:30. And when I don't get up at 4:30, my day is not right because people start taken from you at 7:30.
Yes.
So people start calling you. Listen, you got to wake up before they wake up to get ahead of them. But people start calling you at 7:30.
You know them kids getting on my nerves, right?
Yeah, my kids get up early.
Devin, I'm in there trying to pray. It's 5:15.
Alana is
almost
up every
said
morning.
the N-word. Why is you up?
Alana's up every morning at 5. Madison up every morning at 5:30. So we raise kids who get up, so we got to get up even earlier.
Yeah, and then our oldest daughter, she's up calling us.
Oh man, she's gonna call us.
Can you please not call me?
7:15, she calling.
Ugh.
But so what you got to do? I want you to clean your
Don't
day
stop
out.
calling us, Key.
Yeah, we want you to call us. But listen, clean your day out, and then add more hours to your day.
Yes.
I would challenge you to get up at least 5 o'clock, and make sure you know what you're gonna do from 5 to 7? What you gonna do from 7 to 8? What you gonna do from 8 to 12? What are you gonna do from 12 to 1? What are you gonna do during your lunch period? And then what are you gonna do from 1 to 5? If you work from 1 to 5, and then what are you gonna do from 7 to 8? Know what you're gonna do. Clean your day out, and then set certain days for certain people. But don't give everybody your day. Don't give everybody all your days. Leave some for yourself.
And I'll forever say, if you are a leader and you don't have no calendar, shame on you.
Yeah.
You got to have a calendar so that you can know what to do. But I will also say this, is that when we're up early, our day really over by 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, we can go home and chill because we done so much.
Picture people talking about how busy y'all. I mean, y'all busy. But yet we still have time to do church.
And we still have time for our children.
To do podcasts.
Come on.
We still have time to go to basketball games.
You know why? Because you got to create a space for your
everything.
time.
We busy, but we're intentional with our busyness. We're not busy, and people, I think somebody said before, busy, what is it, busy effective?
Busy being doing nothing.
Yeah, busy but not effective. We doing a whole lot, but we doing a whole lot of what we want to do.
Look, what the woman said, Oprah said, I do what I want to do. I don't gotta show up to everything. I do what I want to do when I want to do it, and you can't make me.
Just because you get exhausted looking at me don't mean I'm exhausted.
Right.
Listen, I've exhausted all my time, so maybe I not have time for you.
That part.
But don't mean I don't have time. So
that part.
Well, we thank y'all.
And don't get mad at me because I didn't chose my time. You choose yours.
Well, we thank y'all for listening to us. This is another podcast. Like I said, I think we're gonna drop this one in the middle of another one. So if you're watching this now, if we had a rhythm going, guess what? The rhythm will be continued. But I think we need to drop this one like this week. Drop the first one.
Okay.
And then you know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right. But any final words before we go?
No, man, do your vision. Write the vision down, make it plain so whoever can read it can run with it. Even though it may tarry, wait on it. Yep. Just trust God in it. And you are the whoever, not nobody else. So trust God with your plan and allow God to turn your dream into reality.
Last thing I say is while you serving others, make sure you serve you. Serving others alone will keep you on the same level. Listen, but serving you would take you to higher levels. They don't need just you. You're not their God. Listen, I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm looking at my wife's camera. They don't need just you. They're not your God. Listen, you need to make sure that other people can serve them too, but people need you on higher levels. Go do you, boo. Do you.